Hey there, Justin Christensen here, the co-founder and president of Conversion Fanatics and the #1 best-selling author of Conversion Fanatic, How to Double Your Customer Sales and Profits with A/B Testing. And today we want to talk about continuity stick rate. So there's a lot of companies out there that run on a subscription model or have a subscription component as part of their marketing efforts and their customer generation. And it's fantastic because it creates some kind of recurring revenue stream and brings customers back month after month. And a question was posed to me about how we can take that and increase the retention part of the subscription model, meaning that customers stick around a little bit longer. Now, we have a lot of experience in the customer subscription model and working with those recurring elements. And one of the things that I want to do is kind of take a step back and talk about the actual type of customer you are bringing in on the front end. And one of the things that was actually posed in one of our marketing groups recently was all about trials and bringing in those customers on that subscription element. So to take a step back into the type of customer that we want to look at, I want to give you an example of something that happened. Is you want quality customers to come in the door, which will then in turn increase your retention and your stick rate on the back end. And one of the ways to do that is kind of avoid trials and more so incentivize the front end sales. So an example of this was we had a client that was running a trial offer into a subscription model, and it was basically bringing in trial customers. They would come in, they would try it out, they would get their free stuff, and then they would cancel their subscription. And on average, they'd stick around for probably about 2.5 months. Well, what we did, instead of racing to the trial, which was bringing in those low quality customers and those freebie seekers, was we incentivized the actual front end purchase, meaning that we said, hey, why don't you get this bonus item on the front end when you try it out, instead of why don't you try it out for free? So we did it with luxury sweets, so chocolate and candy, and we just said, why don't you get double on your first order? We did it in cosmetics where it says, hey, get this free deluxe sample size, and the result was we decreased the cost per acquisition by more than 25%, and as high as the cosmetics company by 80%, without ever touching the ads, and customers stuck around for an average of about 2.5 months longer, all because we created a better customer coming in on the front end. They weren't so apt to cancel. They were getting something more of value just for trying it out. Another company that's doing really well at this is our former client, and that's ButcherBox, which they are taking their customers and say, hey, get free bacon. They sell a subscription to meat, grass-fed beef and high-quality meat products, and said, get free bacon or get ground beef as part of your package for giving us a try. And that works out extremely well. So the better you can be about incentivizing your front end offer and getting those better quality customers in the door, the more likely they are to stick around and buy from you month after month. Another way to do that is where you have your typical retention point or your typical drop-off point, say it's at 3.5 months or 4 months or whatever your particular numbers are for your subscription model, is incentivize them with something of value. And those subscription customers, give them something of bonus, at that 3.5 month mark or at that 3 month mark, give them a free report or free education or, a free product, or, give them something, a discount on something additional in your store, or, anything you can do to kind of push them over the edge of that particular drop-off point, the better off you're going to be. Another way to do that is just educate them throughout the process, get them using the product more aptly. A friend of mine, Josh Bazzoni from BioTrust, actually said that when they started teaching people how to actually use the product, meaning they're a new customer and they come in and they're selling, protein powder, you say, here's how to use your protein powder, and they show them scooping out a scoop and pouring it in their shaker cup. and blending it up, and then they give them recipes throughout that entire process. And that is a great way to then get people using the product, because if they use the product and they're educated on the benefits of it throughout that subscription, they're more likely to renew later on. So to quickly recap is, try not to race to trial. Try to incentivize them with something of value or something bonus, and not racing to the discount when you first come in, to get those better quality customers in the door. And then you can leverage coupon codes and things like that to track it and keep better records of it, Facebook special offer or something. And then educate them and teach them how to use the product, and then give them something of bonus when they get to that particular drop-off point on your average retention, and then just keep moving that line out. So hopefully you've found some value in this video. If you have questions, be sure to let us know. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Be happy to hear from you, and make it a great day. We'll talk to you again soon.